Hello guys, welcome to Germany Pathway. I'm Elvis. I'm glad you are here again. If you are just visiting, please hit the like button, subscribe to continue to receive important and vital information about studying and working in Germany. Today, I will be sharing with you top 3 secrets you need to know to gain your admission in Germany. If you are planning to study your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, your PhD degree, this video is for you. Please watch to the end as I will be sharing with you every important details about these top 3 secrets you need to know to gain your admission in Germany. Many times international students get rejected when they apply for study places in Germany. However, they fail to know the basic requirements that is needed for them to earn that admission place they are seeking for. In Germany, there are 2 types of specific requirements when you are applying for admission in Germany. Number 1 is subject specific requirement. Number 2 is general entry requirement, especially for bachelor students. If you are coming to Germany to study your bachelor's degree, this general entry requirement is very important. Many international applicants don't know about the general entry requirement. They go ahead and apply for the study place and then get rejected at the end. So, number 1, general entry requirement. How do I know my general entry requirement? You need to come to this website which I'm about to show you, and then I will take you step by step on how you can know what are the general entry requirements needed for my studies in Germany. So come to this website, daad.de. In this website, there you can check every general entry requirement that is needed for your study. So you need to come to this website. By the way, I'll also be dropping this website link in the comment section so that you can go there and explore for yourself every general entry requirement that is needed for your specific study in Germany. It doesn't matter which country you are, you can find every general entry requirements that is specific to your country. You go to this website, you enter, allow it to load. The first thing you will see here is the database on admission requirements. This is the database on general entry admission requirements that you need to check before even proceeding to subject specific requirements. So then when you scroll down, you can see in which country did you gain your most recent qualification. For example, I'm from Nigeria, and recent qualification depends on which degree you are going for. If you are going for bachelor's degree, your recent qualification could be your West Africa examination certificate or your national examination certificate. And if you are from Ghana, from Asia, from any part of the world, there are also recent qualification you have gained in your country. So here you need to select in the drop down list. Here you can see a drop down list. I'm from Nigeria. I will just type Nigeria and see it pop up. Then I can scroll down and click on Nigeria. So once you enter, it asks you about your grade report. In Nigeria, I will click it. You see here you can see West Africa Senior School Certificate. I can click on that, or I can go to General Certificate of Education. This is an advanced level. I can click on Higher Diploma. So I can click on Nigeria's Certificate in Education. So I can select any of the grade report I currently have in Nigeria. So for example, let me choose another country. If you are from, let's say, Ghana, then I will just click on Ghana, and then it's also asking me the same question: what type of grade report do you have? So in Ghana, you also have Higher National Diploma. You also have General Certificate of Education, Senior Secondary School Certificate. You also have West Africa Certificate. So you just go through and select which one is specific to you. Again, let me choose another country. If I'm from, let's say, India. So if I'm from India, I can click on it, and then the next question is asking me is about my school leaving qualification. And what follows is choose your grade report and answer each country specific question. So for Indian students coming for a bachelor's degree, click on the drop down list, and you can see, as you can see here, you have 12 years secondary school leaving certificate, you have successfully completed at least 3-year bachelor's program. So, and you just go through the drop down list and select which one is specific to you. So let's go back. Let me go back and use Nigeria as an example in this case. So again, I type on Nigeria and click enter, and then it's asking me what type of grade report do I have. I choose West Africa School Certificate, and then you see period of study is the next question it's asking me, and you can also scroll up to read all of this and understand it. And then it's asking me the period of study. Have you already studied successfully at a higher education institution in Nigeria? So that means if you have your WAEC certificate and then you are currently studying at a university or polytechnic, in this case you can also answer, and this is what is currently asking you. So here you can click on the drop down list and see and answer either no, you haven't studied, or you have studied at least one successful academic year. Let's assume I only have my WAEC certificate, which is my West Africa Examination Council certificate, and I haven't even studied at any other universities or polytechnic in Nigeria. I will just click no. So here it will give you your possibility of gaining admission at a German university. So let's go back and check the next step we need to take. So you see, it will give you your result, and the result is telling you with your educational background you qualify for general admission to a preparatory course. So in Germany there is what is called a preparatory course. I will do a full video about preparatory courses in Germany. First of all, let's go forward as I show you every details you need to know about this general entry requirement. So, and then you see requirement, you are required to have passed a total of 5 independent general education subjects with the grade credit. But one thing that's very important in this selection is that here you have already selected West Africa Examination School Certificate, and then you haven't had any study at higher institutions like universities or polytechnics. So, and because of that, it's telling you what you can study in Germany is only a preparatory course. So you can only study a preparatory course. So that's why you have this result. What you can only study is a preparatory course in Germany. You cannot go directly to your bachelor's degree. You can only do a preparatory course. Like I said before, I will do a full video on how to get a preparatory course place in Germany. Let's make some changes here. So now I'm going to choose at least one successful academic year at a higher education in Nigeria. Your possibility of admission. So here, what is my possibility of admission? With your educational background, you qualify for direct subject restricted admission. You see the differences now between no period of study and at least 1 year. And that's why for Nigerians coming to Germany to study bachelor's degree, they need to have completed at least 1 academic session at a higher educational institution. For example, at the university or at polytechnic. So let's go back to the website. So choosing this option, at least 1 successful academic year at a higher education institution in Nigeria, then you are qualified. You see here it's written, you are qualified with the statement, with your educational background, you qualify for direct subject restricted admission for academic studies in the subject area of your previous academic study or related course. So what it means that you qualify for direct entry to a bachelor's degree. Having known this, the next thing for you to check is the requirement in any case. Now you need to pay good attention to this step. Requirement in any case. You have required to have passed a total of 5 independent general education subjects with a grade C6. So for Nigerians, you need to have at least C6 in 5 subjects that is related to the course you are going to study in Germany.
Subscribe to my channel.
Number 2 secret you need to know after knowing the general entry requirement for your study course is the subject specific requirement. So this is very important. For example, if you are applying for master's degree and you have searched for your university and the course you are going to apply for, you need to know the specific requirement that is needed to gain admission in this course. For example, if I go to the DAAD website and I want to apply for the additive manufacturing, and here you can see requirement and registration, and then here you can see university study equivalent to a 3-year German bachelor's degree. So if you want to study this course, you need an equivalent 3 years bachelor's degree to a German qualification. So in addition to that, if you go back and you can see further requirement that is needed, especially for non-EU countries, and you can see in this course what is required is GRE is required with basic points, and what are the minimum points you need to have, and the CGPA you need to have at least better than 1.3, so in comparison with the German grade. So if I go directly to the course website, and then I can scroll down to the course I'm applying for, and then I can look for the requirements section. So this is curriculum. You see entry, requirement, and application information. So I can click on this entry requirement and it takes me to another web page where I can find all requirements. You see entry requirement, I click on this plus. So in this entry requirements, this is what is telling me to have in order to apply for this course: bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Paderborn, or comparable or equivalent degree from another university. In addition to that, the degree must have been awarded with an overall grade of at least 0.5. What that means is that if you want to study at the university and you are coming from outside EU, so your grade equivalent must be 2.5 German grade. So if I go back to this website, you can see every additional subject specific requirement that is needed for admission in this case. You can also check the language skills, and after that you can gather all your documents and proceed to apply for your study place. The third secret you need to know in order to gain that your admission place in Germany is very important. This is the most crucial part of everything you need to know. Continue. If you are finding this video interesting, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share so that you continue to get important information about working and studying in Germany. However, if you have not watched my last video about why you should move to Germany, the reason you should come and study and work in Germany, here is the link. Please click the link and watch the reason why you should come to Germany. I'll also be putting the link in the comment section so that you can also watch for yourself. Now to the third secret you need to know in order to gain your admission place in Germany is not missing out the admission deadline. Admission deadline is very crucial because many courses in Germany are also restricted. That means not everyone that applies to that particular course will get admitted. So that's why you should pay attention to the deadline in order not to miss out. You may ask, how can I know specific deadline for my course, or how can I know the specific deadline for the subject I'm applying for? Now I'm going to show you where you can see all deadline for any kind of application for any subject for any universities in Germany, and then you need to pay attention to this window in order not to miss out in your study place. I'm going to show you right away. So if you come back again to this website, which I will also be putting in the comment section so that you can take a look for yourself, and when you come to course overview, You can see every description about the course. You can see, for example, here you are applying for a master's degree and it's totally taught in English. When you scroll down, you cannot see admission deadline, but you have to go to requirement and registration. So when you come to requirement and registration, click on it and scroll down, and here you're gonna see admission deadline. Here is where you need to pay good attention in order not to miss out on your study places, because some school is also based on rolling admission. It means that when you submit your application and you meet all requirements, you are automatically given the study place. Now you're gonna pay good attention to this window. In this case, you need to submit your application from early May to 7th of June. And this is so specific for international students that you need to pay good attention to this window in order not to miss the deadline for that particular study course. Another way you can also find the application deadline for a particular course is to check the course website and see every application window they have outlined for that particular course. Now let me show you what that means. If you come back to our preference, here is a climate change management course. Then if you go directly to the website, you can scroll down and look for application period. So in this particular course, the application period will start from the 28th of April 2026 to 7th of June 2026. Between this window, you need to submit your application to the university. For international students, it is very advisable to submit your application as early as possible. This is very important so that you have enough time for your visa processing and other things you need to do. These are the top 3 secrets you need to know in order to gain your admission in Germany. Number 1 is knowing the general entry requirement, which I already shown. Number 2 is the subject specific requirement. And number 3, not missing out in the deadline window. I hope these top 3 secrets were very useful to you, and I will see you right back in the next video.